Hello, beautiful people. My name is Tara, in case you're new here. And today I'm going to be guiding us through a beginner's yoga class. So, this class is going to be perfect if you are brand new to yoga. This is going to be a great place to start. Or perhaps you've done a little bit of yoga, but you just want a little bit of clarification with some of the poses. Or if you just want to take things a bit slower and strip things back to basics, which is a great thing to do no matter what stage you're at in your journey. So, for this class, a few props that might be useful is a yoga strap. If you don't have a yoga strap, then a small towel, a belt, something like this can work well. And then two yoga blocks. And again, if you don't have yoga blocks, don't worry, get a little bit creative. We just want something that can lift the hands a little bit higher from the ground. So you could use water bottles, you could use big books, lunch boxes, whatever you have handy. Get those things ready. And then we're going to start in a comfortable seated position. Now, I like to sit cross-legged, but however feels good for you. You could sit your hips up on one of your yoga blocks or even a cushion. And then let's rest the hands down. You can either close the eyes or just soften your gaze. And we just start the class by finding a little bit of stillness. And just start to become a bit more aware of your body. So your sit bones are going to be pressing down either into your block or your cushion or maybe straight onto your mats. And then can you lift up tall through the crown of your head so you're finding length, you're finding space through the spine. Beautiful. Keep all this length, keep all this space, but just roll your shoulders back and down away from the ears. Nice long neck. And just start to bring your awareness to your breath. So if it feels okay for you, if you're not congested, then let's begin to breathe in and out through the nose. And we're seeing if we can just slow the breath down a little bit, finding your own natural rhythm in and out through the nose, slow, steady breaths. Beautiful. So as we move together throughout this class, we want to keep this nice, slow, steady breath as we go. Often when we move our body or start to think too much about what we're doing with our physical body, we either hold the breath or maybe we rush the breath. So I'm going to keep reminding you, but we want to keep checking in with the breath, keeping it slow, keeping it steady, in and out through the nose. Beautiful. When you're ready, gently blinking the eyes open. And with your next breath in, reach your fingertips all the way to the sky. Grow a little bit taller. And then exhale, you're going to twist to the right. So right hand's going to come behind your back, left hand to this knee. And you're just looking over the right shoulder. So you want to think of sitting up nice and tall. So it's like you're lifting the crown of your head, the top of your head towards the ceiling or the sky, finding a length through the spine. So get this feeling with the inhale, growing tall. And then exhale, maybe you can use this left hand that's on your knee to deepen the twist. Go a little bit deeper, but keep the spine nice and long. Beautiful. With an inhale back to center, reach up. With your next exhale, twisting all the way to the other side. So this time looking over the left shoulder and same feeling. So with your inhale, grow tall. Exhale, can you twist a little bit deeper, but keep that length. Beautiful. Keep breathing. Got noisy crickets in the garden today, so you might be able to hear that. Nice. Looking back to center. Let's take one more breath in. One more breath out. Just release the hands and let's come to a tabletop position. So maybe you swing the legs around and you want to place your hands so that your wrists are underneath your shoulders, your knees are underneath your hips. Take a look down at the hands. Fingers are spread nice and wide. And just begin to find some circles here with the body. So we just begin to warm up our wrists a little bit. So nice big circles. Take a couple in one direction and then a couple in the other direction. So during yoga, we tend to bear quite a lot of weight into our hands. We want to make sure the wrists are nice and warm and ready for that. Beautiful. Back to stillness. And let's work through something called cat-cow together. So with an inhale, you're going to drop the belly, lift the chest, and look up. Exhale, press the floor away, and you round through the spine. So your chin comes to your chest, your belly button reaches high. Again, so inhale, dropping the belly, lift the chest, look up. Exhale, press and round. So you're just moving through the spine with your breath. So inhale, drop the belly, lift the chest, look up. Exhale and round, chin to chest. Let's go one more time. See if you can make it a little bit bigger. So inhale, you're arching through your back. Exhale, you're rounding through your back. Nice. Next inhale, again, you drop the belly. But this time you're going to walk your hands forward to a puppy pose. So your hips stay nice and high. And you're thinking of melting your chest down. Now start by bringing your forehead down to the ground. See if you can let the shoulders soften, the chest softens. Maybe you stay here for a little bit deeper and a bit more of a stretch through your throat and your neck. You're going to look forward and bring your chin down to the ground. If that feels too much, go back to forehead on the ground. So wherever you are, you're softening through the shoulders. Your hips are reaching high into the sky. You're trying to gently press the chest down towards the ground. Beautiful. From here, begin to lift your body. Slide yourself a bit forward as you bring your stomach down to the ground. This is a Sphinx pose. So your elbows underneath your shoulders. Again, spread the fingers, forearms are parallel with each other, and lift your chest. Now from here, can you begin to imagine you're dragging your forearms back towards your body as you pull your heart forward. Your arms won't go anywhere, but it's just that feeling of dragging back, pulling heart forward, lifting the chest. So you'll feel a lot of strength through your back body, so through the muscles in your back. Beautiful. One more breath here. Make sure your shoulders are away from your ears, so you're lifting up as you pull your chest forward. And then one hand at a time, keep all that strength, that same shape through your upper body, but just step one hand underneath the shoulder, other hand underneath the other shoulder. Squeeze the elbows in, lifting the chest. You're in your cobra pose. Nice. In our cobra pose, we want the effort to come from our back muscles. So not too much weight onto your hands. You can test this just by lifting up your hands a few times. Nice. Keep this position, so elbows squeeze in, lift the chest, and then lower your head down. So we're going to do cobra press-ups, just working those back muscles. So with an inhale, lift your chest, lift your chin. Again, not too much weight into your hands. Exhale, coming all the way down, head down. 3 more times. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Last time. Inhale, lift. Maybe you test it here. Lift your hands off. Exhale down. Whoo, that's hard. Nice. When you're ready, press yourself back to a child's pose. We take our knees sort of as wide as our mats. Our toes come to touch. And you just bring your head all the way down to the ground. Your arms are reaching forward, but your hips are pulling back. So if your head doesn't touch the ground here, you could bring a block underneath your head or a cushion so that your head is resting down on something. See if you can relax the neck a little bit. Relax the jaw, the face. And this is a great time to again check in with our breath. So nice, slow, steady breaths in and out through the nose. Beautiful. When you're ready, you press yourself up to a tabletop position. From here, you're going to tuck your toes and you're going to shift your hips back. This is our downward facing dog. Now, before we start to talk about the alignment in our down dog, let's find any movement here. So maybe it feels good to sort of walk through the feet, bending one knee at a time. You could shake out the head, you could sway the hips, anything that feels good for you right now. Beautiful. Then we find a little bit of stillness. Now quickly, to check the length of your down dog, I want you to shift forward to a plank And then without moving your hands or your feet, shift back. This is your downward facing dog. Awesome. Now in our down dog for now, we're going to lift the heels and bend the knees. So knees are bent, heels are lifted. Look down at your hands, fingers are spread, and I want you to push the floor away. So you're reaching your hips back and up. Arms are strong, spine nice and long, hips reaching up. Now you can stay here for your down dog, that's great. Maybe you're here. If you feel like you have the space in the back of your legs, maybe you begin to straighten your knees, press your heels down towards the ground. But that's just an option. Decide wherever you want to do, but I want you to focus. Decide wherever you want to be, but I want you to focus on lengthening through the spine. So pushing the floor away and reaching hips back and high. That's our main priority. Beautiful. From here, inhale, shift forward to your plank, drop your knees. Nice. Now here in our sort of our half plank, press the floor away, and I want you to find a sort of rounding through your shoulder blades. So instead of your chest sinking towards the ground, lift the chest nice and high. Press the floor. Beautiful. One more breath here, nice and strong through the arms. Take a breath in. And then exhale, you're going to stick your bum into the sky. You're going to bend your elbows and send your chest and your chin down to the ground. So hips stay high, chest and chin down, elbows squeeze in. Nice. So this is a version of our chaturanga. This is called Ashtanga Namaskar. A little bit easier than our chaturanga. So this is a nice place to start. When you're ready, shift yourself forward. Again, roll your shoulders back. Find yourself in cobra. We were here before. Elbows in, lift the chest. Beautiful. From here, press yourself back. Tabletop position. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Let's do that one more time. So inhale, shift forward to plank. Exhale, you're going to drop your knees, your chest, and your chin. So hips nice and high, heart down, elbows in. Shift forward, cobra. Lift your chest, roll your shoulders back. Exhale, press back to a tabletop. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Take a big breath in, big breath out. Check in with the breath. And then bending your knees, you're going to take as many steps as you need to walk your feet to the top of your yoga mats. And let's take our feet as wide as our hips. Our hands are going to catch opposite elbows and we come to a nice gentle forward fold. So you've got a bend in your knees. Your head is heavy, so shake out the head, release tension from your neck. Your forearms are heavy. Beautiful. You just let yourself hang here, releasing a little bit of tension from the lower back. If you wanted to, you could sway from side to side, shake out the head, and then come to the center, release the hands, big bend through the knees, and you're going to roll up slowly all the way to standing, but roll up through the spine. So vertebrae by vertebrae, you're just rolling up. Head comes up last, nice and slow, all the way up. We come to our standing pose, our mountain pose, Tadasana. Now it's up to you. You can take your feet hip distance. It gives you a feeling a little bit of stability if you take the feet a bit wider, or if you prefer, big toes can touch. So your choice where you are. Feet together or hip distance. Roll your shoulders down and back. Stand nice and tall. Check in with your breath. Press the feet down. Can you lift your head a little higher? Finding length through the spine. Nice. Now we're going to start to move with our breath. So we get that feeling, that flow of moving with our breath that we often find in some yoga styles. So with an inhale, you're going to reach your fingertips up high, look up. Exhale, you're going to hinge from your hips. You can bend the knees. We're going to fold forwards. Knees can be bent or straight, whatever feels better. With an inhale, hands come to the legs. Press your shins or your thighs away, halfway lift. Collarbones reach forward. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, fingertips reach up. We come all the way up. And then exhale, hands down. So we're going to do that same flow 2 more times. So inhale, reach up. Make sure you're breathing. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, fingertips reach up. Come all the way up. Look up. Exhale, hands down. Last time, inhale. Last time, exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, fingertips reach up, come all the way up, look up. Exhale, hands down, Tadasana, mountain pose. Again, check in with your breath. Press the feet down, lift up tall through the crown of your head. Nice, we're gonna shift into our chair pose. So I like to bring the feet together for this one. Bend the knees, hands stay at heart for now. So I like the feet together so that you can squeeze the legs together. Feel that strength through your legs. If this feels a little bit unstable though, remember you can take the legs to hip distance. So the feet hip distance, legs a little wider. So wherever you are, feet together or feet a little wider, bring your hands to heart, shift the hips back. So you're shifting your weight back into your heels. So you can take a look down and make sure you can see your toes. If you can't, shift the knees back. Nice. Now, nice long spine. You pull your hips back and down. Can you lift your chest, lifting your head away from your hips? This is a tough one for the legs. Keep squeezing them together. Keep breathing. Nice and slow. Option to reach your arms overhead. Nice. Take one more breath here. Squeezing the legs, shifting the weight back, lifting the chest, and then exhale, folding forward. Nice. Again, just let yourself hang here for a moment. Knees can be bent, head heavy. With an inhale, halfway lift, press the hands into the legs. Exhale, fold again, bend the knees. You're going to step your right foot back. So big step back with that right foot. So you're going to drop the back knee. We're coming to Anjaneyasana. So you have a few options. You can reach your fingertips up to the sky. Nice, thinking of lengthening through the spine, lifting up tall. As you see if you can press your hips forward. If you feel a little bit unstable here, you're losing your balance, hands can stay on the ground or onto blocks. Wherever you are, you want a nice big gap between your front foot and your back knee. This gives you the space to press your hips forward. Focus your eyes straight ahead of you and breathe. Beautiful. So part of yoga is learning also to focus the mind. So it helps when we keep the eyes still. So eyes still, allow the mind to focus. Find your breath. Nice. Hands are going to come down. Now again, maybe you use your blocks here, or you could take hands to the ground. You're going to tuck the back toes, straighten this front leg, half Hanumanasana. You can walk the blocks back. As much as you need. From here, can you halfway lift, lengthen through the spine, and then exhale, maybe you can fold forward just a little bit more. Now this front leg wants to be straight, and you want the left toes to be curling back. Beautiful. Nice long spine. Again, reaching your head away from your hips. Let's take one more breath here. Keep curling the toes back. Keep pulling this left hip back. Beautiful. Bend your knees. Walk your hands forward. You can use hands onto blocks or to the ground. We're going to lift to the back knee. With an inhale, let's reach fingertips up to the sky. We come to our high lunge pose. Hold it here. I'm going to flip around so you can see me a little bit better. So our back heel is lifted and we're pressing the back heel away. So this back leg is straight. Fingertips reach up to the sky. Again, focus your eyes straight ahead of you. Nice. Find your balance. If this is too much, you could always drop the back knee. When you're ready, take a breath in. Exhale, we're going to open up to the side. We come to warrior two. So our hips have gone from facing forward to opening up to face the side. Check in with your feet. So your front foot, your left foot, toes are pointing forward. Back foot is parallel with the back edge of your mat. Arms are reaching out and you're gazing towards your front middle finger. Beautiful. Again, eyes nice and still. Focus on your breath. Can you bend that front knee a little bit more? Just one breath. Feeling of pressing the feet down as you lift up tall through the crown of your head. Breathe in, breathe out. Beautiful. We keep this same shape with our legs. Our right fingertips just walk down our right leg as we sweep our left fingertips back. Reverse warrior. Just one breath here. Keep bending that front knee. And then back to your warrior 2. Straighten the front leg. We're going to move into Trikonasana triangle pose. So I want you to imagine someone's pulling your left hand forward as someone else is pulling your hips back. Nice, keep this. Hand can come down onto the leg as your right fingertips reach up to the sky. So this left hand could be down onto the shin or wherever on the leg you need it. Or you can take a block, place it behind the ankle, behind the heel of the foot, and bring your fingertips or your hand down to the block. It's either hand on leg or hand on block. Beautiful. From here, begin to look up towards the top hand. If you lose your balance doing that, then keep looking down. Press the feet down. Fully straighten the knees. Beautiful. We're here for one more breath. Can you find a little bit more length through your spine? So imagine someone's pulling your head forward and someone else is pulling your hips towards the back of your mat. Beautiful. Look down if you aren't already. You're going to bend that front knee, the left knee. Plant the hands down. Step back, downward facing dog. Big breath in, big breath out. Again, check in with your down dog. Fingers are spread, arms are strong. You're pulling the hips back and up. Knees can be bent, heels can be lifted. Inhale, shift forward to plank. Exhale, drop the knees, the chest, and the chin. Elbows squeeze into the body. Shift forward. Roll the shoulders back, cobra pose. Lift the chest. Nice. Press yourself up to a tabletop. And then child pose. Head down. Take a moment just to breathe. Find your breath before we do all that on the second side. Nice. When you're ready, press into your hands, begin to lift your body. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Now we're going to try and step the right foot forward between your hands. So looking forward, seeing if you can squeeze that right knee into the chest. Can you step the foot between your hands? If not, you could use blocks underneath your hands in your down dog. That gives you a little bit more space. Or you just step your foot as far forward as you can. You drop the back knee. You use your hands. Take a bigger step. Here we go. We're setting up for our Anjani-asana. So remember, fingertips could be reaching up towards the sky or hands onto blocks if you want a little bit more help with the balance with your stability. Eyes gazing forward. Find the breath. Nice. Now checking in with the body. You want a nice big gap between front heel, back knee. You want to press your hips forward. Find length through the spine. Lift up tall. Beautiful. Hands down. Remember, you can use your blocks. Straighten the front leg. Half Hanumanasana. With your next inhale, can you lift a little higher with the body? Exhale, maybe you can fold a little bit deeper. But we want to try and keep this front knee, this front leg straight if we can. If that's not possible, you can always take a little bend here. But you want to focus on lengthening through the spine. So pulling hips back, pulling head away from hips. Curling toes back. Breathing. Remember to breathe. Don't hold your breath. Awesome job. Bend the front knee. Walk your hands or blocks forward. Lift the back knee. Low lunge. From here, get really solid through the feet. Find your balance. When you're ready, lift the chest. Sweep fingertips up high. High lunge. Nice. Again, I'm going to flip around so you can see me. High lunge, right leg forward. Focus the eyes. Again, that back heel is pressing back. You're lifting up tall. Front knee is bent. Take an inhale. Exhale, warrior 2. Let's check in. So, front toes pointing forward. Back foot parallel with the back of the mat. Fingertips are reaching, so imagine you're pulling your fingers away from each other. Nice strong arms, nice strong back. Look towards the front middle finger and breathe. Now when you're bending this front knee, you want to make sure that the knee isn't collapsing in. You want to press the knee out. Knee is over the toe. Last breath in. Last breath out. Beautiful. Walk your left fingertips down your left leg. Make the left hand nice and light as you sweep your right fingertips all the way back. Keep bending the front knee. Next breath in, warrior two. Straighten the leg. Reach forward, come to your Trikonasana. So hand could be down onto the leg, could be down onto the block. You could be looking down, you could be looking up, but legs are strong. So feet press down, you pull up your knees and you breathe. So energy through your whole body. So you really feel that strength through your legs as you press the feet down. You really pull your head forwards, you pull your hips back, and you reach your left fingertips to the sky. So everything is engaged, everything is strong, but your breath is soft. A lot to think about. Nice. And make sure you don't have too much weight down onto this right hand. So you want to stay lifted through the body. Beautiful. Look down. Bend the front knee, take your hands down, and this time we're just going to step straight back to a child's pose. Again, bringing your head either down to the ground or down to a cushion or a block, and you just take a moment here. Let your whole body relax. Again, find that nice, slow, steady breath. Really let your head be heavy here. And with your head heavy, let your face relax, your jaw relaxes. The skin on your face relaxes, everything relaxes. Your shoulders relax, so you can take a little bend through your elbows. Beautiful. You begin to walk your hands back towards your knees. You press yourself up. Lift your body up. Shift your hips to one side so you can swing your legs around. We come to find forward fold, Paschimottanasana. So our legs are straight, our toes are curled back. Now if you find that you're rounding through the spine, that's okay. You're just going to lift your hips up onto a block or whatever you have. Maybe that's a couple of cushions, whatever you have. Now from here, wherever you are, you're going to reach your fingertips up, big breath in, and then you're going to reach forward. Maybe your hands can catch your feet, maybe they catch your legs. If you have a strap, we're going to do the same thing with the strap. So you're going to take the strap into your hands, breathe in, exhale, hook the strap around your feet, and then hold onto the strap. Nice long spine. Again, if this feels too much, you can bend the knees. But we're focusing on lengthening through the spine. So it's that feeling of someone's pulling your hips back, and then you're pulling your head away from your hips. Again, focus on your breath, nice slow breaths. Take one more breath here. Beautiful. Release your strap if you're using a strap. When you're ready, reach up with an inhale. Exhale, hands down. Remove your block if you're sat on a block. Bend your knees. So you're going to bring your feet about as wide as your hips. Toes are pointing forward. You take your hands behind you, a little bit behind the hips. Fingers point forward. We're going to come to reverse tabletop. So you want to press down through your feet, down through your hands as you lift your bum, lift your chest high into the sky. Squeeze your bum, hips high, chest high. Maybe drop the head or keep the chin tucked, your choice. Pushing down to lift higher for 3, for 2, 1, release. Good job, guys. We're going to come all the way down onto our back, almost done. This comes the nice relaxing part now. You're just going to hug your knees into your chest. Squeeze the knees in. Give yourself a big, big hug. You can rock a little bit from side to side, sway from side to side. And then keeping both knees bent, bring your arms out to the ground, fingers are shoulder height, and you're going to drop both knees over to the left as you look towards the right. Just getting a nice gentle twist through the spine. Again, check in with your breath. Can you slow it down? And then bringing your knees through center, dropping them all the way over to the right as you look towards the left. You could even close your eyes here if that feels good. Let your whole body be heavy. Nice slow breaths. Bringing the knees back to center. Last time, you're going to give yourself a big, big hug. So squeeze your knees into your chest. Lift your head. You're trying to bring your nose towards your knees. Take a big breath in. And then exhale, release into your Shavasana. Well-deserved rest. Maybe taking your legs as wide as your yoga mats. Arms rest down onto the ground. And I know that it can be tempting to skip Shavasana, especially when we're practicing at home, if we're in a rush, but really allow yourself this time just to relax and to absorb all that new information that you've just learnt. Let your body digest it, let your mind digest it. So just taking one moment here, fully relaxed. And then slowly begin to deepen your breath. Wiggle your fingertips, wiggle your toes, and then take your arms all the way up and overhead. Bring your legs together and find one big, big stretch. Reaching all the way from your fingertips to your toes, take a big breath in, and then exhale, release, let go. Then roll over to either side. Take a moment before pressing yourself up to a comfortable seated position. You can rest your hands down onto your knees, your thighs, or bring your hands to heart center. Again, take a moment, check in with that breath. Nice slow breaths in and out through the nose. And this is something that we can carry with us throughout the rest of our day. Breathing like this as we move throughout all the other things we're doing today. This nice, slow, calming, steady breath. Finishing by taking a big breath in. Open the mouth and just sigh the breath out. Release, let go. When you're ready, opening up the eyes. Thank you guys. It was a pleasure. And if you did enjoy this class and you are at the start of your yoga journey, then please come check out my beginner's yoga course that I have. I'm going to share the link in this video description, and you get 10 full-length classes on demand, so you have them for the rest of your life that you can repeat as many times as you like. And we cover all the basic alignments. We talk about breath work, we talk about meditation, we find some flows, we find some nice slow restorative classes. So it's a really good starting point if you are starting your journey, or you want a little refresh, or you want to sort of get a bit more clear on some of the postures. Then this is a really good place to start. And my idea is that when you finish this course, that you can sort of go into a yoga studio and feel confident, know how to use props, know how to make yoga shapes and positions feel good in your own body, because obviously we're all a little bit different. Or if you aren't practicing in a studio, so that hopefully you can have your own practice at home. You have enough tools to sort of piece together your own practices, or continue practicing online with a little bit more knowledge about how to make the practice safe, enjoyable, and about building confidence in your own practice, and also having loads of fun. So come check it out. As I said, you have that course forever. It's on demand. Those 10 full-length classes are yours whenever you need them. So if you fancy that, go and check it out. And if not, I will see you on my other YouTube videos. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.